Okay, students. So let's start with our next practical, that is the practical number 3. The practical number 3, the aim is that to carry out the following chemical reaction and classify them as physical or chemical changes. So carry out the following chemical reactions. At first, we will go for the aim, that the objectives. Carry out the following chemical reaction. And classify them as physical or chemical change. Okay. Now, when only the physical state of the compounds change, it is under the physical change, and when there is a change in the composition, it is under chemical change. Now, what are the reactions included here? Iron with copper sulfate solution in water. Number 2, burning of magnesium ribbon in air. Zinc with dilute sulfuric acid. Heating of copper sulfate. Sodium sulfate with barium chloride in the form of their solution in water. Okay. So, iron with copper sulfate solution in water. Now, here the first example is a kind of displacement reaction. Okay. Next one, burning of magnesium ribbon in air. That is also a chemical compounds, that is magnesium oxide will form. Zinc with dilute sulfuric acid, that is zinc sulfate plus hydrogen gas. Heating of copper sulfate. So, first of all, the water of crystalline present in the copper sulfate will be eliminated first, and then the crystals of copper sulfate will remain in the test tube. Next one, sodium sulfate with barium chloride. Here a double decomposition reaction will occur. Now, we will see this at first. Okay, so under this aim, we will also write the experiments. So, number 1, iron with copper sulfate solution. Number 1 is iron with copper sulfate solution. As we already have studied about the formula, how to write a formula, so we can directly use the formula of the compounds. Next, burning of magnesium ribbon in air. Burning of magnesium ribbon in air. This is number 2. Number 3 is zinc with dilute sulfuric acid. Zinc with dilute sulfuric acid. Number 4 is heating of copper sulfate. Heating of CuSO4 crystals. And also number 5, that is sodium sulfate with barium chloride. Sodium sulfate. What is the formula of barium chloride? Anyone respond? Sodium sulfate with barium chloride in the form of their solution. Everyone will answer it. What is the formula of barium chloride? Okay, very good, Arpit. BaCl2. Okay, so this is the reactions. This is the reaction we have to study about. Okay, yes, Abhinandan, it is also correct, BaCl2. Okay, now first of all, the theory. Have you completed up to this? In theory part, we will write these points. What is physical change? What is chemical change? The definition of this, and also you can write the examples, one or two examples of that. Okay. Next one is the reaction, different kinds of reaction, basically which is included here, that is displacement, double displacement, the precipitation reaction in one single sentence we will write. Next, after that we will go to the procedure and the materials required, etc. Okay. So this experiments is bigger in size, because 5 experiments we have to classify differently. Okay. So may I rub it? The first part, the carry out the following the aim. Okay. So next is that theory. Next you will add theory. Okay. Now in theory part you will write physical change. Physical change. So definition of physical change will be there. When there is no change in chemical properties, comma, only physical parameter changes, semicolon, called as physical change. When there is no change in chemical properties, only physical parameter changes, called as physical change. Okay. Next, obviously the definition of chemical change. Okay. Now you can see the upper part. Okay. Now chemical change. When chemical properties changes or new compound are formed is called chemical change. These definitions are very short. Okay. Just to entitle them that what is about. Next one, we will move to the theory, but here the types of reaction will be mentioned. That is basically from that part, that is the reactions mentioned here. Next, the chemical reactions the chemical types of reaction. Types of reaction. Chemical reaction are of chemical reactions are of 4 different types. 4 different types. Number 1 is combination. Next one, decomposition reaction. Number 2, decomposition. Number 3 is displacement. Displacement reaction. And number 4 is double displacement reaction. Double displacement reaction. Types of reaction, that is chemical reactions are of 4 different types: combination, decomposition, displacement, double displacement. Okay. Now we have to entitle these reactions, that is definition of these 4 kinds of reaction. Okay. So first one, that is combination reaction. Combination reaction. The definition is that when 2 or more elements or compounds, when 2 or more elements or compounds combine to form a single product. Combine to form a single product. Now, one example, that is Mg plus O2, MgO, CaO plus H2O forming CaOH2 times. This is magnesium, oxygen, magnesium oxide, calcium oxide, hydrogen, calcium hydroxide. Okay. So this is the first one. Next, we will move to next one, that is decomposition reaction. So from the word decomposition, we can guess that here the decomposition of one substance and production of the new product. So number 2, that is decomposition reaction. When a substance breaks down, when a substance breaks down to simple substance due to some energy, full stop. Example. What are the example? That is calcium carbonate. When it is heated, it produces calcium oxide plus carbon dioxide. This is principle for doing combination. Yes, magnesium ribbon when burnt in air, okay, burnt in air, that is absolutely the oxygen will be required, magnesium hydroxide. Calcium oxide, it is solid. When it is put on the water, then it will produce calcium hydroxide. CaO plus CO2. Next one, displacement reaction. Displacement reaction. Now here we have to know about the types, that is the reactivity of any metal which can replace another one metal from its solution. So it is the kind of displacement reaction. Now look at the definition. When a metal reacts with a salt of another metal, in appropriate solvent, and having difference in their reactivity, is displacement reaction. Now just the example given, that is iron copper sulfate. This is one of the displacement reaction where the iron will displace copper from the solution. Iron plus copper sulfate, this is in solution, that is aqueous, that this part with appropriate solvent. This is aqueous, that is water medium. It will produce ferrous sulfate plus copper. This is a kind of displacement reaction, and another one is the double displacement reaction. Okay. So complete up to this. Next we will tell about the double decomposition reaction. Now double decomposition reaction is a kind of reaction where at the same time two changes are occurred. Okay. So number 4 is double decomposition. When two salts in a reaction medium exchange themselves with the anion is double displacement reaction. Example here, sodium sulfate Na2SO4 plus barium chloride, it will produce barium sulfate plus twice of sodium chloride. Now understood, Ronit, what is the principle for doing combination? Here the principle is that just if you write the equation that Mg plus O2, that is formation of MgO, 1 mole of magnesium reacts with 1 mole of oxygen, 2 mole of magnesium reacts with 1 mole of oxygen to form 2 moles of magnesium oxide. 2 moles of magnesium reacts with 1 mole of oxygen to produce 2 moles of magnesium oxide. Okay, so these are the definition of the reactions and with their example. Next part we will see the materials required, which will be on the next day. Okay, any problem anyone regarding the definition of these? Any problem? Rajanna, Asraful, Samrat, Ronit, Promiti, Mohok, Kinjal, Orpit, Amrita, Abhinandan. Okay. So we will continue this on the next class.